Hey, what's up everybody? It's Flux with fluxwithit.com, and today I want to show you a trick with Maschine and how to basically get your scratching down when you're not near your turntables. I know that a lot of people are, vinyl addicts, and they'll, flip out when they see people doing fake scratching, but it really comes in handy in a pinch. So I figured I'd show you what we're dealing with. So say you got a beat going. Normally, you would just scratch and then sample that in. But let's say you're not near your turntables. Let's say you're on the road. Let's say you're in a hotel. Let's say you're somewhere where you don't have access to vinyl and you need to do some scratching on a beat. Well, I got a great way for you to do it where you can still have a lot of control over your beat. So let's take a look at this and I'll show you what we're doing. First, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sample a scratch sound. I'm going to sample a scratch sound. The reason I'm going to do that is because it's easy. So just go into a blank pad here. Now, of course, you can use a sound that's already in your machine, whatever you want to use. So I'm just going to hit start. Okay, so I've got that. Let's go ahead and move the camera over here so you can see what I'm going to be doing here. Okay, I'd say we're zoomed in well enough that you can see this now. So what I want to do is, here's the sample that we want. Okay, so we can just take this, and what we're going to do is we just want the ah sound, really. We'll take this. All right. Truncate that. Alright, and that's all we really need. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take this sample and we're going to map it out in a way that allows us to scratch with it. So I'm actually going to duplicate this a few times. But first, before I do that, I'm going to move the polyphony to 1. Okay? And I'm going to take ADSR setting just slightly longer. And in fact, I'm actually, just because I have a little, we won't worry about it. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to duplicate this over. So we have it on 4 pads now. Now the reason I'm using 4 pads is so that I can simulate what my turntable would be able to do just with the back and forth motion. And I want to do it in a way that I can use my hands really easily. So now that we have it on each pad here, what we want to do is go to pad mode, all right? And we want to put them all on the same choke group. So they're all on the same choke group, so now they'll cut each other off. Okay? Now, for every opposite pad, I want to reverse it. So you just go over to reverse, turn that on, and then this one here is going to be reverse. So forward, reverse, reverse, forward. Okay, so now on the reverse pads, what we want to do is we want to adjust the start point. Now, we're going to link all these pads together, okay? So you can just, if you want to do it fast, you can just hit select and then all, and now all your pads are selected. So the reason we're linking them is because we want to be able to control all of these from one tune knob. Now the tune knob is going to simulate how fast our hand is moving on the turntable. So as you're scratching on the turntable, the faster you move your hand, the higher pitch you get. This would simulate, turning your hand this way to raise the pitch. And if you were to go slow, that would simulate turning your hand this way. It would be lowering the pitch. So now what we can do is we can start to kind of get an idea of how the scratches are going to sound. See how I move the pitch and it stays the same for each pad to whatever I last left it off at? That's what we want. This way I can scrub through and it will sound consistent. It'll, you know, the speed of the record won't drastically change between one hit and the other hit. So now, another thing that's really good to do on this is to set your pad level to full. This will make it much easier for you to get consistent triggering of all the sounds. We'll actually shorten the release on these. So now you can see that we have all the pads set up so that they are cutting each other off. We have the opposite pad of each pad reversed. And we have our ADSR settings. So it's a fairly short release so that we can get very quick you know, cuts and chirps and whatnot. The quicker your release time, the sharper you can get. We also have the pitches all linked together. This way we can go ahead and just scratch away. And you see, that way you can easily do that. And of course, you can record all those tweaks as well. You know, if you lock your auto right, you can, let's say we want to lay down a pattern real quick. We'll do a 4-bar pattern. Turn on auto right. Okay, and there you have it. That's how you do pad scratching on Maschine in a much more in-depth way than the MPC way was of past. You know, we used to do this on like our MPC 2000s and whatnot. This way just works much deeper. So anyway, this is Flux of fluxwithit.com. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share these videos around. Peace.